Welcome, everyone. And I am so excited you're here today and here to learn more about the bright side of things and the consulting community. And I'll go ahead and I'm going to dive right on in because I know how precious our time is together. So let's go ahead and we'll dive in if I can get this to go. Woo. I bet you're out there. You're probably sitting in your car, maybe avoiding going into your job or soaking in the silence as you drive home. And then another day goes by and another as you sit there and you're in that silence and avoiding many of your friends and family or just eager for more. Maybe you're out there really doom scrolling and dreading the day. I see you. You're not alone. And there are just so many of us in that space. And so let's not stay there. The exciting thing is you don't have to stay there. So you might keep hearing about what other pharmacists are doing. And it's so wonderful hearing the inspirational stories that pharmacists are doing and healthcare professionals are doing these neat and exciting things. And many have started doing their own consulting thing. And you could be sitting here today thinking, I think I'd like to join them. Not quite sure know what to do. What would I consult in? Am I going to be good at this? Do I have what it takes? I have no idea where to start. And that's okay. All of these thoughts are absolutely normal. And that's what we're here to do is solve. Make this easy for you and show you where to start and the overall support that you need and the steps to take. So know if that's something that you're thinking and all of those thoughts have processed through your mind, you're in the right place right now and in the right moment right now. So what exactly is consulting anyways? I know the old school thought for consulting, if you ask many that have been in the industry for years, you think of long-term care facilities. Long-term care facilities do need consultants and somebody to review a patient's and care. The care team needs a consultant to review the medicines on a regular and ongoing basis. However, that term, the term consulting, has expanded over the last decade to really encompass just about anything that you may think of as far as what a pharmacist or a healthcare professional can offer consulting services. And the range is so wide. It can go from legal consulting and offering your knowledge and services in that realm. It can go into specific clinical settings, including you've got oncology, you've got HIV, and then having your own holistic wellness practice. You can go patient facing, you can go actual facility facing with programs that you would offer. You can go direct to providers as to who you want to serve as your client. And you can go to pharmacies and offer your service as well, where it is that you may find yourself looking to consult in. I mean, the options are endless. And in this community, we can help you sort out where you fit in best and where you're going to thrive. So when you think of consulting, really start to think, what is it that I like to do? What do I feel like my purpose is? Who can I help the most and serve the best? So the goal is to really set your soul on fire. There is no secret. Most of us in pharmacy or in the healthcare industry are starting to feel that burnout symptoms and not exactly super thrilled to be in the industry or happy in our choices and where we are at. So trying to find something that lights your soul on fire and then uses the skills that you currently possess, the knowledge that you hold is absolutely priceless, and recognizing that inside of you. Let's use that to solve the world's problems. Believe me, we have lots of problems out there. And most of us, though, we do stay stuck, right? And we think, oh, maybe tomorrow I'll get to it, or I've got this problem and I think that this could help, but I don't know that I'm in a right place to do it or comfortable. You might be comfortable and you're just like, I'm getting by day to day. But is that what you want to do? You really just want to get by? I know that's not how I felt. And so I think you do have what it takes and you can do more. And you need something that's going to light your soul on fire, get that inferno going. But there really is maybe 1% or so that are actually out here doing things. And that's the exciting thing is that there's a lot of potential. And I've already said, I know, I believe in you. You do have what it takes. But are you going to be one of them? Are you going to be one of these consultants? You're a pharmacist, for Pete's sake, or a healthcare practitioner, and you've gotten this far. So what's holding you back? Okay, I'm going to pause for a second and I'm going to say right now, if you're listening to this and you feel like, oh gosh, she's speaking to me, let me know that you're watching. Send me a message and just shoot me the word snickerdoodle. I know it's a cookie, but it's also one of my favorites. So, okay, now let's move on. Maybe you're there thinking, I don't know if I have what it takes, and I don't know how to get there, and the steps that it may take, and it seems so daunting. So, really, I've got it all mapped out for you. If this is the path that you're thinking you want to take, we can get those steps together and work there one at a time. The guidance that the Brightside community has overall has a proven track record for many pharmacists, just like yourself. I know several that have used this overall steps in the process now for years. Amy and her Gutbuster program. You can take a look at Andrea and her patient advocacy program. And my late business partner and friend and mentor, Asha. She had a diabetes practice and a holistic wellness business program. And these processes and the resources and the tools, everything has been mapped out to make this easy for you. So the question of if you can do this is off the table. And how to do it. That's also off the table. I've got it all mapped out for you. It's more of once you decide this, I need you to here right now, decide this. Is this program going to do it for me? Am I here to start consulting? Once you decide I am here to start consulting and do something to light my fire and solve a problem and add extra profit and revenue to my income stream, I can help and make sure there are no mistakes in your trial and error. And you might be wondering, hey, who is this lady? Who in the world is talking to me right now? So I'll do a brief introduction. My name is Ashley, Dr. Ashley K. Pendrick. I am a pharmacist now for several years, and I was at that point where I was unhappy and I was burnt out. And so I jumped into the consulting realm several years ago. And I also like to bring joy. And so it's just been something that's always been on my heart to have something on my own. And so my husband and I also started an indoor playground in our local community that provides coffee, a safe space for children to play, and a place for families and parents to relax and soak up those moments, but also have a breather. And so when it comes to my consulting business, I'll tell you, it wasn't easy. I didn't have a clear path. I invested in myself, but it didn't necessarily get me as far as I wanted. I had a website, I had a business, I dabbled in it, and I was finding joy in the process. It was really exciting and fun, and it did light my fire. But ultimately, I was still safe and I didn't have a good hand to hold and guide myself to take me there with any clear direction. And so it did take me losing my job. At one point, I was in education and training hundreds of technicians and pharmacists and interns. And I thrived and I loved that. Once I found that that was my passion, I was really excited. And so after losing that job, I had to revisit the drawing board and what does pharmacy look like for me? And so I was connected and met now I shared my late business coach and mentor and friend and business partner, Asha. And without her guidance, I wouldn't be here. And so with her guidance, I've got an exciting diabetes wellness prevention practice. And that provided me that much needed overall joy, fulfillment, and also all the tools and the resources and the process to be able to show others, hey, I can do it. If I can do it, if you can go through school too, if you can do all of these things and earn your degree, why can't you start your own consulting business? So my practice helps turn patients' diabetes around and their pre-diabetes around holistically. And it's been an exciting overall journey, but I knew when I went into it with Asha that I wanted to teach pharmacists and be able to help healthcare practitioners do the same. And so I was really excited that now I have all the puzzle pieces, everything figured out. And while I could have done it on my own, I knew, and I would suggest for you, take a look. You can do this thing on your own and you can put the puzzle pieces together. I know you can. But taking it on your own, you may have some errors and it's going to be costly. I'll tell you financially and time-wise. And so a support system and the community overall is absolutely one of the best investments in yourself that I could suggest. So don't do this on your own. With the consulting community, the mission is to get you consulting in 90 days or less. It's really up to you. And while this isn't a guarantee, with the process itself, I will tell you, in 5 weeks or less, I had people able to follow these processes and with it all mapped out. They had a service, they had their problem, they had their solutions ready to go, and they were out sharing it with the world. So I know that you can get there. You can do it. And I can take you there in 90 days or less to start your business in the consulting community. And so what does this community look like? I know many of you are eager to learn. And so, I mean, that's what we are. We're lifelong learners. We can't stay just learning though. But this place is here for you to be able to learn what it takes to start your community in consulting and have that opportunity to also encourage and help others and network. I know as we put ourselves out there, you might be like, man, this isn't exactly my forte or my niche. But then you know somebody else in the community that could also serve that person or that patient that came your way. And space for mentorship. So that's what I'm here for. And then others as well will have mentorship. I'll be able to help guide you with the resources, the tools, the steps, the education, everything you can think of. And then the accountability. I know that was what made it so different for me was the regular accountability of what is next. What are you up to now? Let's get this going. This is your next step. Now go do it. And so sometimes you may need the inspiration, and that's where the community comes in as well. And so we want to be inspiring to others and helping others when they're stuck. And then catalyst for change. I know sometimes, you put yourself out there and maybe just the slightest tweak can get you shifted. And we are here for growth. We want to accelerate your success. And so marketing is a huge aspect, and we want to get this going for you and build the support an ecosystem together. So we'll have live weekly sessions. Those times are going to vary. I will have them recorded so that way if you miss them, you can go ahead and check out the recap. The education will have the overall foundations of where to start and how to get into consulting and how to build your service and how to start offering it and how to price it and how to market it and market yourself. And if you're in this thinking, I'm working part-time or full-time already, I don't know if I can take this on. You can do this on the side, or you can do it full-time. You can scale it as much as you'd like or as little as you'd like. And I shared that marketing is huge. I know that is where I felt when I was working with Asha that we could do a lot more for those that are trying to start consulting, is to learn more about what it takes, because really that is marketing. How am I going to get myself in front of clients? How do I land clients? That's one of the biggest questions once everything's going, right? We don't want you losing traction. So marketing and pounding the pavement, for a lack of better term. But are you ready for this in 90 days or less to get your business going? I mean, life happens. In that 5 weeks, some may have had things come up, but the majority of my pharmacists were wrapping up their service creations and they were set to start their offerings at even 5 or 6 weeks. So I am really excited. And I know that a lot of you are like, gosh, I don't know if I have the time for this. How do I find time for this? When you find that thing that lights up your fire in your soul, you will make time for it. Whether that's canceling some, extra plans or shifting your morning routine, habit stacking, and we'll talk about your time management. It's okay. I know for myself, I operate several businesses and obviously have a family too. And so balancing everything and finding harmony and locating the time and maximizing it, as long as you can put some time in every day and inch yourself forward or race yourself forward, the time will present itself if this is something that you really choose to do and you're passionate for. So let's do this thing. And I mean, one of the biggest things I hear all the time is how much and is it going to cost? And ask anybody that's invested in themselves with any sort of growth and coaching program or, investment with a mentor. You are worth it. And they will all confirm I gained at least this, that, or oh my gosh, I gained everything in that one investment in myself. And as a pharmacist or healthcare provider, you've invested so much to get to where you're at. And then we think, I'm done now, so I don't have to continue to invest in myself, right? I have my degree. And I mean, that ideology, it hasn't exactly gotten us far in progressing, right? No, you're always worth investing in, and we always have to find ways to improve and grow. And so it wasn't cheap for me to work with Asha and to put my money where my mouth was. And I gained so much. I have a fully operational diabetes prevention practice. I have all these tools and the resources and the ability to land my clients and to help improve their A1C. So the return on your investment is on you. You're worth investing in. And all you've got to do is decide how long do I want to get this to go and when do I want to invest in myself, because you are worth investing. And if this matters to you, you'll find the funds. I know I did, even though I lost my job. I literally had no income. But with probably 1 month of salary saved up, somehow I managed to make it work. And so if that's one of your biggest hurdles, is maybe the upfront cost, I do offer a broken down plan as well. Please don't let that be something that hinders you, and reach out if you feel like, oh, I can't do this one-time upfront cost, but we can work out a payment plan as well. So you really get what you put in. And in my opinion, you are the best investment. And if you think, I don't know about this, and I also want to encourage you, speak to your tax consultant or tax advisor. And if you have a lawyer, I'm thinking about, starting my own business, and uh, they might give you some really good advice. I think I personally found it very rewarding, especially still in the beginning. I invested in myself and it did pay off. I started taking clients and I had my return on my investment pretty quickly. But then I also had the benefits of having that extra income through my own business and being able to find areas to improve my overall tax liabilities. It's been a really rewarding overall program, and I'm excited for this for you. So I'm going to have you take a moment, pause, breathe, think. I've reverse engineered the entire process with Asha's help. We were set to do this together right before she passed. She was to help with my group, or our group of pharmacists, and the bright side. And our time is short. She passed away Friday before she was supposed to teach on Wednesday. And I want you thinking, what am I doing today to improve my tomorrow? With that, I know I have the steps, and your choice is to decide right now what path is it that you want to go on for the rest of your life. You want to keep going day to day and wondering about that one idea that you've had sitting in your, back pocket and sitting in the silence and avoiding your friends and family? Or do you want to start doing something that you find joy in and that will solve somebody's need and hurt and pain and help? That's what we got into the healthcare industry for, right? I wanted to help. I wanted to change lives. I wanted to heal and improve people's lives. And so that's where that holistic wellness practice came for me, and helping prevent diabetes. And so the consulting community it's here for you. It's here to help give you the steps, the support, the guidance, the inspiration, the tools, the resources, the education, and the networking. We want to make your dreams come true. And I would be so honored for you to be a part of this community and for me to be a part of your journey. So if you're ready to do the thing and take the next step, please, let's go. Let's do this thing. Follow the steps in this posting, and we'll go ahead and we're going to start your future today.